So while Marvel has this well-organized, well-reviewed universe, call it a universe, DC doesn't. And I think part of this is because, and I'll say this right now, the DC heroes are mostly cartoonish. You think about it, Iron Man is a guy who's a regular guy. He's a billionaire, though, and he makes all kinds of weapons, and he finds a way to weaponize himself. Spider-Man, normal kid. Bit by a spider, now he shoots spider webs out of his wrist, what are you going to do? And Marvel is more of this. Thor's an exception. You could say Guardians of the Galaxy was an exception, but remember, Starchild started out regular kid on Earth listening to 70s music, right? Here's where the disconnect between Marvel and DC occurs. DC characters are more suited to animated movies. DC animated movies are usually really, really well done, and if you haven't seen them, I highly recommend any of them. My favorite is still the Flashpoint. Okay, so Justice League Flashpoint, where Flash creates the alternate reality. Batman never becomes Batman. It's not Bruce Wayne's father that gets shot. It's Bruce Wayne dies. Bruce Wayne's father becomes Batman. It's fantastic. I cannot recommend Flashpoint enough. On TV, Flashpoint kind of sucked. But hey, this is the funny thing, because you've got the movies on the right or on the left and the TV shows on the right. The Flash is a very good TV show. I get a kick out of it. It's campy, it's fun. Arrow is a really solid show that has some iffy moments that kind of lost me around season 3, but eventually I'll pick it up again because I know I will. Supergirl is more fun than it should be. Supergirl is better than it has any right to be. And Melissa Benoist as Supergirl, that's why. And Legends of Tomorrow, which I can't really get into, but it's nice to see Rory from Doctor Who has got himself a series. And Iceman in this series is played by one of my favorite actors, so I can't really begrudge it. It's a very, it was a solid start to the series. Just it felt to me too much like a Doctor Who with DC characters stuck in it. And the fact that the main character is a Time Lord, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this. But, I know it's got a following, and I'm glad for them. So where does the cinematic universe fall apart? Oh, where do you start? Man of Steel, for me, is a giant X. I have tried to watch Man of Steel. I've tried about 3 or 4 times. I have tried so many times to watch Man of Steel. And it just sucks. It just sucks. And it's not Henry Cavill. He's a decent actor. It's just the script sucks. I swear, the people in the Superman universe are just such absolutely ungrateful pricks. And it extends to Batman v Superman. Batman v Superman, I have tried to watch it a couple of times, and it's just too complicated and there's too many characters. It's overly complicated. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor? Really? You never thought about Michael Rosenbaum? See, this is part of the problem, too, is that what overshadows the stupid Superman movies they're making is Smallville. The first 5 seasons of Smallville were fantastic. The casting was on point. It was a great show. This is just cinematic crap. And it takes everything that Clark Kent has in Smallville and it ruins it in Man of Steel. He dealt with Zod. He dealt with Doomsday. He dealt with all those things. And he dealt with it in a thoughtful manner. A series gives you 18 hours to tell a story between its 24 episodes, or however many there are. They have a number of hours to tell the story that a movie doesn't. A movie's got to pack it all into 2 hours. I think that's part of the reason why these series have been successful and these movies have been abysmal. They're trying to cram too much into too small a space. And because they're not down to earth, we can identify with them characters. Guy from Krypton against a billionaire who's got a car. You can't pack it all down into a small movie and make it work. Oh wait, yeah you can. Michael Keaton's Batman, 1989. That was a great movie. Let's make that Batman again. Nah. Can't make that Batman because you got to tie it into everything else in the universe. Now, Suicide Squad to me is a check mark only because it was fun. They tried to have fun. This is dark and depressing. This is dark, depressing, confusing, and stupid. This, at least they tried to have some fun. And yeah, Harley Quinn steals the movie. Absolutely. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. The mistake in this movie is there's too many characters that you don't give a damn about. There's not enough backstory of Harley Quinn. And I didn't think there was too little Joker. I thought there was too much. In terms of Jared Leto tried the best with the script they gave him. He's a terrible Joker because it's written terribly. This isn't about Jared Leto being bad as the Joker. It's that they tried to make the Joker something different and edgy. The Joker's plenty edgy. Again, go back to Batman. Go back and look at Jack Nicholson's portrayal of Batman's archenemy, the Joker. It's edgy. He's a cold-blooded murderer. And he doesn't have to be all cutesy about it either. If they want to fix Joker, you have to make him scary again. You have to make him somebody that you can understand, and you almost have to give Joker an origin story, which is tricky because nowhere in the comics or the TV show did they actually pin down who the Joker actually is. You know what else? I forgot something else here, and I got to throw this up here. I know it's not related to the other shows, but Gotham is friggin' fantastic. Gotham also got Catwoman right. I'm going to destroy her name. Cameron Bidenkova. I think it's Bidenkova. She's a very beyond her years teenage actress who didn't start out as an actress. They basically found her in videos where I think they're dance videos. And they said, all right, she can do the acrobatics. We'll hire her for that and we'll teach her the acting. And she does great. Gotham is a fantastic series. And again, the fact that Gotham proves you can do Batman right. Smallville proves you can do Superman right. Why can't they get it right at the theater level? Because when you can't get it right here, that's why the rest of this is going to suffer. Now, Wonder Woman, which I watched yesterday, is a pretty damn near flawless movie. When they announced Gal Gadot as playing the role of Wonder Woman, I had some serious doubts. I looked at her and I'm like, she's some scrawny little model. She's not Wonder Woman. But I watched the movie yesterday and my God, they made her look goddess-like. She is flawless in that movie. And she's believable as an Amazon. She's believable as a kick-ass superhero. So they have definitely made Wonder Woman the way they should have made Batman and Superman. They gave her a really good backstory. They gave her the origin story. They brought in a male figure played by Chris Pine who was vulnerable and needed her help. She saved his ass on numerous occasions in that movie. It was almost like they filmed it like she was a superhero and not just a woman. This is where comic book movies lose me a lot of the time. A woman can be strong and doesn't need a man to rescue her. Even Black Widow, to some extent in the cinematic universe, there's some level of come help me, and they play up the sexy, which with Scarlett Johansson is it's difficult not to play up the sexy, but they almost do it to the detriment of the character, and it's too bad. Because like Chris Evans is a good-looking guy too, plays Captain America, and he's not all I'm sexy, and I know it's in Black Widow's character too, but if you're going to commit to that, commit to the Black Widow character that she mates with guys and kills them. Go full on or don't go at all. All right. So Justice League comes out in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to watch it, and I anticipate a disaster. I anticipate a movie filled with too many characters that I don't give a damn about. I expect it's going to be too dark, because where Marvel gets it, I'm going to put this back, where Marvel gets it is Marvel's movies are action-packed, they're bright, they're vibrant, they're interesting, their characters are vulnerable, you don't know exactly what's going to happen with them, and yet with DC, they're dark, they're brooding. It's like Watchmen. Every movie has to be the Watchmen because Zack Snyder was involved with this universe at the start. And Watchmen, while I enjoy the Watchmen movie, it doesn't belong in a comic book setting outside of the Watchmen. The Watchmen is dark. It is a vision of how the world would have been if Richard Nixon had been just maniacal leader capable of just running the universe the way he wanted to. And it takes Nixon and makes him this over-the-top cartoonish villain, and it's an interesting movie, but Watchmen doesn't belong in the DC universe. DC universe shouldn't remind you of Watchmen every time you're watching one of their movies, and that kind of happens until Wonder Woman. I expect Justice League to let us down. I expect Justice League to be a letdown in terms of what we see on the screen and any hope for character development. I'm not sold on the fact that the Flash is going to be in the movie and the Flash is here on TV. It kind of drives me nuts. And I understand Flash is a major part of Justice League and he has to be in it. But then use the same actor who's played Flash on TV. Tie it into the series. You know, sort of like they do on TV with the series that they have for Marvel. Don't make them separate. I think where DC screws up is just put them all under the same umbrella, so that they're all in the same universe. You don't have to recast Flash or Arrow. You can have them in the movie. And I think both the actor who plays Flash and the actor who plays Arrow are popular enough and recognizable enough they could pull off a movie in Justice League. Tie it into the series. Why is this so difficult? And then next year, what are they giving us? Aquaman. Aquaman. The one thing that we laugh at on Big Bang Theory is that Aquaman sucks. Everybody agrees Aquaman sucks. So what did they do? They gave the role to Jason Momoa, who's a big tough badass. Sure. But he's Aquaman. Nobody wanted an Aquaman movie. It's like Marvel came out and said, we're going to do a Black Panther, and DC goes, oh, you guys think you got a hero nobody cares about? Here comes Aquaman. Aquaman! I don't understand it, and here's the thing. So, this is coming out next year. Everything else down here, there's no date for. Marvel has everything mapped out. DC is still a disaster. The Flash? Maybe. Batman? Probably. Although Ben Affleck was going to direct, now he's dropped out of directing, and he's kind of whining that he doesn't want to be Batman anymore. You haven't even had a movie yet. You played a bit part in Suicide Squad, and you growled your way through Batman v Superman. You haven't even had a movie yet, and you're already whining. Holy crap. I don't blame him, because he's taken all kinds of flack online, and honestly, as a Batman, I like him better than Christian Bale. I thought Christian Bale was over-the-top goofy. There were parts of Dark Knight that were supposed to be serious that I was on the floor laughing at, because I'm Batman. Hey, I gotta growl. What the hell? When did Batman start growling like that? Again, Michael Keaton Batman. Look it up. Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Absolutely, Michael Keaton was the best Batman. And he was fantastic as the Vulture in Spider-Man. I'm telling you, Michael Keaton is a freaking genius. And we're not going to realize what a genius actor Michael Keaton was until he's no longer with us. It's going to be one of those things. Well, now that he's gone, oh, look at how good he was all the time. No matter what he was, you give him a goofy character and he pulls it off. You're the Vulture. You got it. I'm the Vulture. So, you got a Flash movie that I don't know how this is going to work, because you got Flash on TV, which is fantastic. You've got a Batman movie coming out that Ben Affleck was going to direct. Now he's like, I don't know if I want to direct it anymore, so you don't know when that's coming out. You have a Cyborg movie coming out. I don't know anybody that's clamoring for a Cyborg movie. Cyborg? Where's Teen Titans? Where's the Teen Titans movie? We want Teen Titans. Hell, give us Hawkman. Oh, look, Green Lantern Corps might be coming, because we haven't learned that Green Lantern doesn't work cinematically. Green Lantern will never work cinematically. I can't see Green Lantern. It's like the Fantastic Four in Marvel. Fantastic Four will never work cinematically. You can hand it over to Marvel and that they can't make it work. Some of these things are just too goofy to do live action. Green Lantern can be great, but not as a movie. It's just too goofy. It has to be done as an animated series cartoon. You can't do it live action without it being really goofy and unbelievable. At least animated, you can just throw the whole scenario into goofy and you're fine. Shazam? And apparently The Rock is linked to this to play Black Adam. It's been in development hell for about a decade. Really? Shazam. Remember Shazam from the 70s. Gotham City Sirens. Oh, that's good. That's good. Don't just make it about villains. Make it about the female villains and call it Gotham City Sirens. I know that's a comic. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying they haven't learned the lesson from Wonder Woman. Make your villains and your heroes strong. Give them a storyline that we care about. Gotham City Sirens, this is an excuse for Batman to smack a bunch of women in the face. It's a bunch of it's Catwoman, it's Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy are the three that are known right now. And it's going to be Batman smacking them all in the face. Can't wait to watch Batman beat women up for 2.5 hours. Sign me up. And then another Justice League movie is in there too. I don't understand why the TV shows are done so damn well and DC can't get their movies together. I don't know who this is on, but when you look at what Marvel's got going, and eventually Marvel's going to peter out. I did that in the Marvel video. I said that it's going to run out. What in the world is going on with DC? It's like they throw crap at the screen and they go, well, we hope that'll work. Because this doesn't have any kind of... Like, you can't have the Justice League movie and then have movies about the individuals of the Justice League who haven't had their own movies yet. Marvel showed us that. You make the movie about each individual member of that team and then you bring them together. Justice League feels rushed, just like Suicide Squad was rushed. They look and they go, well, Marvel's got Avengers, we have to get Avengers. Well, okay, but put in the time and the effort and don't try to copy anything else and don't try to make your universe different. Make your universe pretty damn near the same. Because whether I'm watching a Spider-Man cartoon or I'm watching a Superman cartoon, they're equally bright, they're equally fun. But DC feels like you're going to a funeral, Marvel feels like you're going to a party. So we'll see if they learn from Wonder Woman. Because they definitely Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Suicide Squad. While I liked Suicide Squad, it is dark. Again. Still. And the whole battle at the end doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more the first time than the second, though. I don't know how much rewatchability Suicide Squad actually has. It may not have any. Because that second time through, it was hard to get through it. And I cannot imagine buying and sitting through those movies. I can't imagine it. And with the same... As long as it's under the same umbrella that's making these, I really honestly think they're going to be awful. Meanwhile, on television, you can watch the heroes being done the right way. So I leave it up to you guys. I highly recommend this, and I highly don't recommend what's going on here outside of Wonder Woman. And Justice League might be worth a gander just to see, are they going to stay dark and depressing, or are they going to actually liven it up and make it feel like a comic book movie? Because even when Marvel's dark, there's still jokes in there. There's still light moments. Not here. It's all mass murder. Man of Steel has so much mass murder in it. Thousands of people dead. Why? It's not Superman. Oh, because Zod. No. Why is Zod in the first part? Just don't start with Zod. You absolutely don't start with Zod. Zod wasn't in the first Superman movie. It was him against Lex Luthor. Zod showed up in the second movie as a result of things that happened in the first movie. The first and second Supermans work as a two-parter. You can actually watch Superman 2 without Superman 1, but Superman 1 is still a fun movie. This, not as much fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and tell me just how much you're looking forward to Green Lantern Corps, because that has to work, right? It's Hal Jordan. A Hal Jordan movie can't fail. Right? Sure.